Good morning, friends. Well, I hope you had a wonderful holiday weekend. All good things must come to an end, so it's back to life, back to reality. We're all in front of our computers again, ready to start another work week. But on a positive note, we continue with this encouraging series, Foundations of Faith from the Big Fisherman, walking through the life of the disciple Peter. This week, I'm going to focus on things that in the Bible, it doesn't specifically say Peter by name, but we know that he and the other disciples were there and saw these things happen. So this week, I'm focusing on the things that Peter saw. Let's start right here in Matthew chapter 8, starting in verse 5. This is entitled, The Faith of the Centurion. What is a centurion? Simply put, a Roman soldier with some status. A commander of men in the Roman army. Background, real quick, is, I've said this a million times, but the Jewish people during Jesus' day despised the Romans. The Romans were the occupying force of the day. And so the Romans were despised by the Jewish people. So we picked that, so that's key for our passage here today. Matthew 8, starting in verse 5. When Jesus had entered Capernaum, a centurion came to him asking for help. Lord, he said, my servant lies at home paralyzed and in terrible suffering. Jesus said to him, I will go and heal him. The centurion replied, Lord, I do not deserve to have you come under my roof. But just say the word, and my servant will be healed. For I myself am a man under authority, with soldiers under me. I tell this one, go, and he goes, and that one, come, and he comes. I say to my servant, do this, and he does it. When Jesus heard this, he was astonished, and said to those following him, I tell you the truth, I have not found anyone in Israel with such faith. The end of the story is the centurion's servant is healed. But what is the point of this? Jesus says of a hated Roman guard, I have not found greater faith in all of Israel than this man. What made this man's faith so great? Well, it is three words in my opinion. Faith, trust, and obedience. Let's start with obedience. What is obedience? Well, simply put, I think it is doing what God says, when God says, and how God says to do it. I've often used the example, parents, you tell your kids, take the trash out Monday night, Tuesday morning is trash day. What happens if the kid takes it out Wednesday night? They took the trash all the way out. They did everything you said except the day of the week. What if on Monday night, just as you said, the kid takes the trash halfway to the curb? That's half obedience, which is disobedience. So obedience is doing what God says, when God says, and how God says to do it. Obedience, I think, is very linked to faith and trust. Because if we have faith in God and trust God, we should not have a big problem obeying Him when He tells us to do something. I looked up faith in the dictionary trying to encapsulate just the right wording, and here's a definition I found that speaks exactly to this situation here. Faith is complete trust or confidence. I like that word. Complete trust or confidence in something or someone. You and I, friend, can walk each day with confidence. Confidence not in who we are or what we can do, because we will fail. We will have our good days and our bad days, just like the Apostle Peter. But we can walk in confidence, not in who we are or what we can do, but in who God is and what Christ has done. What made this centurion's faith so great? Obedience, trust, and faith, all linked together. He believed that Jesus did not even have to come to his home to heal his servant. He said, Jesus, I believe you enough and trust you enough that I think if you just say the word miles away, my servant will be healed. Friends, there's our challenge for today. Do we have that kind of faith, trust, and obedience in the Lord Jesus? Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. God bless.